Hey everyone. And apparently COVID-19 is getting even more political as the days go by. Amazing considering it's just a virus. Headline of the National Post: Canada ends COVID-19 policy turning back asylum seekers between border crossings. Canada had said the policy was necessary during the COVID-19 pandemic, but refugee advocates argued attempts to claim asylum should not be considered discretionary travel. Reported by Anna Meller-Papemi, Reuters, November 22nd, 2021. Yeah, so apparently the border is open again for illegal asylum seekers. Imagine that, Canada. What could possibly go wrong there? Toronto, Canada is ending its pandemic-era policy of turning back asylum seekers trying to cross into the country between ports of entry, according to a revised policy document released on Sunday. Canada turned at least 544 would-be refugees back to the United States between March 2020 and mid-October. The government did not immediately respond to questions regarding why it was ending the policy now and what, if any, quarantine rules would apply to asylum seekers who are not vaccinated. Canada said the measure was necessary given health concerns during the coronavirus pandemic, but refugee advocates argued attempts to claim asylum should not be considered discretionary travel and pointed to class exemptions Canada made during the pandemic for professional athletes, among others. It's a relief to see the measures for refugees align more with our international obligations, and I think it's been clear all along that public health and refugee protection could coexist, said Maureen Silkoff, a refugee lawyer and past president of the Canadian Association of Refugee Lawyers, which took the government to court over the policy. Silkoff said it did not make sense to allow tourist entry, as Canada has begun to do, while barring people seeking protection. An unknown number of asylum seekers turned back were taken into indefinite U.S. immigration detention, and at least 2 were deported, refugee lawyers working on their cases say. So anyways, folks, like I say, I didn't want to take up too much time with this video, but I think it's a story. It's probably something that's going to be unfolding over the next little while, and I'll definitely be paying attention to how it does unfold. But yeah, apparently those illegal asylum seekers are going to be back pouring across the border, supposedly fleeing the United States. And they can't even use the excuse nowadays of they're fleeing Trump's U.S., right? Or Trump's America. No, it's Biden's America. So what are they supposedly fleeing from now, right? We already know, folks, and I don't even have to say it, but there are reasons why these asylum seekers are coming to Canada. And I can assure you, for the majority of them, it isn't because they're scared of living in the U.S. I'll place a link to this article in the description of the video below. Moving on to the next one. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.